Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am using the Crow Tarot. As you may have noticed, those of you who've watched my channel for a while, that is the Crow Tarot, and I am using it because we are looking at books and newspapers again today. We have looked at books and newspapers in the past a few times, but here we go again because allegedly Neil Sean says that Tom Bower's book on Meghan Markle is going to be serialized by the Mail, the Daily Mail, the Mail on Sunday, whichever, the Mail online, Associated Newspapers. And of course, Associated Newspapers, the group that Meghan sued for a breach of her copyright, for copyright infringement and privacy, and she won. Finally, a long court case. They had to print the, I wouldn't call it an apology, but just an acknowledgement that they lost the case. They printed it, and they seem to have come out smiling from this experience. I don't know how much money they have had to pay to her to settle this, or as damages or whatever, but they are now, it looks like, fighting back by serializing Tom Bower's book. So the Daily Mail, it looks like it has the upper hand here. And I really think, in my opinion, Meghan Markle picked the wrong battle. She picked the wrong enemy, the wrong fight. And it's just going to go on and on and on. Daily Mail is going to make lots of money out of it. And this is just the latest in this whole spat. And the dog agrees with me because the dog is barking in the background. So, Crow Tarot, I'm going to do a Celtic cross in looking at this from Meghan's point of view, how she feels about the news that the Daily Mail is apparently going to serialize her book. Not her book, Tom Bower's book. And apparently, allegedly, Prince Harry is having some trouble finding someone to serialize his book. That was also courtesy of Neil Sean. I can't remember if I did a reading on that, on Harry's book and being serialized. I have done readings on the book in other contexts, but Prince Harry, it looks like he's struggling to get publicity for his book. Tom Bower, no such problem. And I know I shall certainly be reading the extracts from the book in the Daily Mail. I await it with glee, as I'm sure all of you do as well. Underlying energy of this reading is the Eight of Wands in reverse. And of course that is communication. It's the communication card, the Eight of Wands, swift communication, unblocking, rapid fire kind of communication. After some silence, off it goes. It's the PR wands as well, flying off, sending emails, sending things. It's in the reverse. So it could be that she tries to stop this somehow. The energy of blocked communication, or just really that it is just the last thing that she wants, because this is, of course, from Meghan Markle's point of view, that she really, this is going to be quite hard for her to handle, the fact that this is going to be coming at her, and she really doesn't want it coming at her. She really was hoping that this would all die down. She was on top of the situation. Doesn't look like it, but let's see from Meghan's point of view the heart of the matter right now. And this is the Three of Wands, and the Three of Wands is about your ships, your hopes, your dreams expanding, setting things into motion, projects into motion, and waiting for them to come back. So it's a waiting card. It's one of the waiting cards in the tarot. It's I think a wait and see, that she is now she's braced almost, I get from this card. Not the usual energy I get from it, but because of that Eight of Wands in the reverse, I feel that she could have set some wheels in motion to stop this, and waiting to see what happens if she can stop it, or if indeed that ship is going to come back with something that she didn't particularly want on board as cargo for herself. And the challenge for Meghan Markle right now with this book is strength. And that she is going to be tested again. The Strength card is about self-mastery, is about challenges, rising to the occasion, dealing with them, taming your inner beast, your animal instincts, and being strong. So, and it's the Leo card, of course, it's the Meghan Markle card, it's the Harry and Meghan card. Normally it's the woman wrestling with the lion, taming the lion. The Virgo and the Leo, that's Meghan and Harry and Meghan. But she's going to be challenged and tested yet again. She's going to have to rise again and deal with this. As I keep getting this energy that she thought it was over. She thought she'd won. Not so much. And so the hidden energy in this reading, and I've specifically asked from the Daily Mail's point of view, what are they up to with this? I think we all know what they're up to, but what are their intentions with this? It's the 10 of Wands, and that is the burden card. They are adding to her burdens. They are saying, you are going to feel this. It's going to be a very heavy burden on you. This it's wands, it's media, it's PR, it's publicity. It's going to be all over the place. It's going to be very difficult for her. That crow is carrying those wands, struggling to carry those wands. This could be the thing that breaks the camel's back, the straw that breaks the camel's back. There it is. Searching around in my mind for the word. It's been a long year and we're almost at the end of it. And Meghan, they're hoping that somehow they're going to break her with this, because the 10 of Wands, you just can't deal with it anymore. It's just all too much, and you just really want to give up when you are under 10 of Wands energy. And so they really are trying to stack the burdens on Meghan Markle. They haven't finished with her by a long shot, and they're hoping this one might actually finish her off. That's the idea that I'm getting from this card, from the 10 of Wands. So her focus right now, how is she consciously dealing with it? What is on her mind? And it's that battle energy of the 5 of let's just check the 5 of Swords. It's the conflict card, the 5 of Swords, and it's in the reverse. And the 5 of Swords is the hollow victory card always. You fought and you fought and you fought, and you might win a battle, but in the end you lose more than you gain. You lose your friends, you lose goodwill. And it's in the reverse. She would like this conflict to end. When the 5 of Swords is in the reverse, you do want the conflict to end, but it's conflict that just goes on and on and on. And so this battle with the Daily Mail is ongoing. And again, the idea that she thought it was over. She thought she'd won. She thought she was going to walk away. She thought she had silenced them. 8 of Wands in reverse. No, she hasn't silenced them. So let's see what's led up to this decision by Associated Newspapers. Well, the judgment went against them. The card is a very literal judgment card, judgment in reverse. The judgment in the appeal case went against them. Sometimes the tarot blows my mind. I mean, it really shuffled. I had shuffled a lot before I started shuffling on screen, well, off screen, because it's hard for me to get into the screen and shuffle for you. Very small space that I'm dealing with here. And the dog is barking again. And judgment in reverse, yes, of course, that is decision that went against them. Major arcana, they really felt very aggrieved about this decision that went against them, the Daily Mail. And the Associated Newspapers, should I say, it's the group, it's not that particular newspaper, but that is a decision that went against them. And how are things going to be going in the near future? Are they going to serialise this book? Is it going to be published in the Daily Mail? 10 of Swords in reverse. It does look like it to me. 10 of Swords is ruin, is the absolute ruin and devastation card. And 10 of Swords in the reverse is, I would say in this context, is going to be devastating for Meghan. I have an outcome card, but it's already given me an outcome. I'm asking, is it going to be published? How's it going to be received, this book? 10 of Swords in the reverse. It's about as bad a card as you can get. The Tower would be Also, but the Tower is a sudden kind of a thing. This is not sudden. This has been brewing for a long time. We've known about this Tom Bauer book for, I think, now a couple of years. He's been busy with it. He certainly seems to have been quite thorough in his research. He's popped up every now and then, and he's said quite critical things about Meghan Markle in the press. So she's braced and she's waiting for this. We've got 2 10s in this reading. 2 10s, 10 of Wands. Their intention is to finish her off. And 10 of Swords in the reverse as the near future energy, the publication energy. Ooh, ow, it's painful. It's going to be painful for Meghan. This is from Meghan's point of view. It's not going to be painful from the Daily Mail's point of view. It's going to be painful from Meghan Markle's point of view. It could finish her off. It could finish her reputation off. Stabbed in the back, she's going to feel it's an act of treachery. People are going to betray her, it looks like, in the book. People are going to say things, people that might have been silent up until now, that she thought she could count on to silence. That is the energy, the 8 of Wands in reverse, that desire to silence people, to stop this. It looks like people are going to speak out, people that she thought she could rely on to say nothing. They've so far kept their peace, not said anything negative about Meghan. But here it comes. Here it comes, and it's not the first time I've seen this energy, and so cards are really confirming previous readings. And so let us see, a little bit squiffy today with the cards. These are quite big cards for some reason. I'm even worse at fitting them in than I normally am. The 7th card in this reading, Meghan's feelings towards Tom Bauer right now. How's she feeling about him and his book? Her intentions towards him. 7 of Cups. That's not an entirely negative card. It's again a wait and see card. Sevens are waiting cards. They're pauses in the action in the tarot, always. So with the 7 of Cups, you're sitting and looking at things and thinking, well, I've still got these options. I've still got these possibilities. I can still do this. I can still do that. I think she still thinks somewhere along the line she can put an end to this, that she might be able to pull one out of the hat and stop him. I keep getting that energy that behind the scenes she could be trying something, because it's delusion. The 7 of Cups is the card of delusion most of all. It's the dream card. It's look, see, I can fantasize about all these possibilities. I can imagine I have all these options open to me. The reality is something different. And those cups contain some quite nasty surprises. If you pick them, very few of them. There's a laurel wreath in one, but the rest, snakes, a heart, a broken heart, a mountain, trouble, struggles, poison usually, and things, difficulty in those cups. So I think that she is considering her options, her possibilities, thinking what she can do to try and silence him, to try and stop this, to try and stop the Daily Mail from publishing this book, serializing this book. But 10 of Swords hanging around there doesn't bode well for her. And what pressure is she under? What pressure is she under because of this book right now? Knight of Pentacles. And well, that's her money making. It's her path to glory, path to wealth, road to riches for Meghan Markle. The slow road to riches, the Knight of Pentacles. Slow energy, slow but steady progress forward. And it could derail that. This book could stop her from making money, stop her plans and schemes, deals that she's got on the go. But there is another energy of the Knight of Pentacles, of course, and that is Prince Harry. He is the Knight of Pentacles. He is the prince, the earth sign prince, of course. And it might actually affect Prince Harry. It might have some impact on him that she doesn't want, that I don't think he is putting pressure on her. I think the things that might come out in the book could cause some problems there with the Knight of Pentacles. So 2 energies coming from that card, as very often do in these readings. So Meghan's hopes and fears right now. And we get the Hermit in reverse. And that is being exposed. The Hermit is really retreating, being silent. It's the Virgo. Oh dear, it's the Virgo again. We've already had the Knight of Pentacles. It is the Virgo in reverse, the Hermit in reverse, the Prince Harry in reverse. And she really is. She's very worried about the impact that this book is going to have on Prince Harry. I think that that is what that card is saying. It's sitting right above the Knight of Pentacles, which is Prince Harry. She's worried. She's worried that things are going to come out, secrets are going to come out, because when the Hermit is in reverse, things come out that have been tucked away, perhaps, that people have not spoken about. Because the Hermit, as I keep saying, people that might have been silent, might have withdrawn, for instance, ex-husbands, boyfriends, school friends, people like that, that might have decided to keep their own counsel, to be hermit-like. She's very worried that they're going to come out and say things that's going to upset the Hermit. Getting this energy again, that's going to upset Harry, that Harry is going to see her in a new light as a result of this book. And she can't stop him from reading the Daily Mail, can she? He can sneak off to one of those bathrooms and hide in there and read it on his phone if necessary. And so she can't control access to the Daily Mail for Prince Harry. She can prevent the Amazon delivery man from delivering the book to the door, but she can't stop him from reading it on Daily Mail. And the outcome for Meghan, the outcome of this book, not good. King of Wands in reverse. It's not good at all. Very bad publicity for her. It's another Leo card, the King of Wands. There is the lion, there is the crown, there is all that symbol of royalty, the rose, and the energy, the power, the glory, all of that, the leadership that is embodied in that card. It looks like it's going to turn all of that upside down for her. It's going to stop her in her seeking power, seeking glory, seeking leadership roles. What does she want most of all? She wants that Oval Office. Very often a Leo is ensconced in that Oval Office. It seems to drift between Leos and Scorpios and Geminis, as far as I can tell. I haven't really studied the astrology of American presidents very much, but those do seem to show up a lot, of course, there in the chart, the American chart. Those signs are there, even though it's a Cancerian country. But King of Wands in reverse, it looks like it might stop all of that. And it certainly is going to be a painful experience for Meghan. And she's not going to look good in this. And it's going to test her. I can see that from the Strings card. It really is going to challenge her. She's waiting to see what she can do right now. I think she's waiting for the book to drop to see how bad it is. She wishes she could silence it. They certainly, there is the Judgment that went against the Daily Mail. They certainly have negative intentions towards her, and who can blame them? There's certainly, it's not a deceitful card, it's not a sneaky card. It's literally, they're going to keep piling the pressure on Meghan Markle with this, in the hope that they somehow can achieve a victory over her. And she really is feeling embattled with that Five of Swords in the reverse. She wishes she could end this conflict she thought she had. She hasn't. It was a hollow victory for her. Things are going to get a whole lot worse. She's got Five of Swords now in reverse. She's got the Ten of Swords coming at her in the near future when this book is published. And much as she might be hoping and wishing that she can do something about it, she is afraid. She's very afraid of the effect it's going to have on Prince Harry. She's very afraid of the things that people might come out, that she trusted, people might come out and say about her, very negative things that are going to have a very negative effect on her reputation and her prospects, both of making money and of assuming any form of leadership role in the future. So that is Tom Bower's book, Serialise in the Daily Mail. Can't wait. And thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next reading.